just going to tell you a little bit about the NAET and how I kind of became familiar with the NAET, and then my whole life I've had allergies all over my whole body, and sometimes they'd get a little bit better and sometimes they wouldn't, but my daughter brought me home one day because I had been to Jared Bagley several times, and he knew my problems with allergies, and she brought me home this pink book, the NAET book, and I thought, she says, "Mom, Jared sent this home because he knows you need it. It'll be really good for you." And I thought in my mind, well, it's kind of, I have to read it, and I'm not really sure it would work. I didn't really have a lot of faith in it, so I kind of set it aside. And months later, maybe 3 or 4 months later, it just continued my allergies. Instead of, you know, I used to control them with food and try to not eat certain foods and they would get better. That wasn't even working. Nothing was working. My whole body was covered with allergies, especially my torso, my arms, all over, and I decided...
It was rash, right?
It was rash. Up and down my body, and just kind of like hives, even to the point where I would get a rash all over my chest and my body, and I would have a hard time breathing. Not bad. I could feel little effects of of that kind of allergy, and so I ended up just being so frustrated one day. I decided that, okay, I'm going to go in and try that NAET, and I went with my daughter that had brought me the book, and we tried it, and the first time I really didn't have much faith or a little bit of hope to try it, and as I tried it, for me, I was allergic to the sun. I was allergic to almost every food you could possibly imagine, and I thought, if it can just cure any of this, it would be wonderful. And as we started doing the first 10 major ones, I noticed a difference immediately with the calcium one. And at that time I didn't realize that I had a calcium problem, but I found out later that my blood calcium was way high, and that it was robbing the calcium from my bones because I had a parathyroid syndrome. And that was the first thing I noticed, so I thought maybe it works, because after I'd done the calcium one, my skin started to clear up a little bit, and after each one we did a little bit more. We did the sun. I didn't even dare go out in the sun for about 6 weeks after we had done it. I still didn't dare go out in the sun, and we finally went boating, and I allowed myself to get out in the sun, and I didn't come back with a rash. It was amazing to me, and so that's when I started really believing in the other ones. Then we started on some food ones, and now I can eat everything that I want to, and I don't have any rashes. I am free of any rashes all over my body.
And you used to wear long sleeve shirts.
Used to wear long sleeve shirts every place I went, and now there's not a rash any place on my body.
And your hands
My hands are perfect. I mean, they'll always look older than they are because of the scarring from all the rashes that I've had my whole life. They will always be older looking, but I sit like this now and just rub them thinking I can't believe how soft they are, because they feel wonderful. So.